Alright, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to create a PHP and connect to a database, and you do this locally on your machine, and then you want to put it up in production, like they call it, or you want to reach it anywhere on the internet. So how do you go from localhost to production, or your local machine, your computer, and you put it live? So I will show you this, and I'm going to show you what software you need to start doing this locally, and then I'm going to also show you then how you will put this in production, what you need to put this in production. And I also want to show you how to do this with a good workflow, so you can work with your project fast. You work with your project locally, and then you put it up fast live, or whatever you call it. So we're going to start first off with installing the XAMPP. So XAMPP it contains Apache, the server, and a database, and PHP, and that's what we're going to focus on here. So I want you to first download this, so you can stop the video here and download whatever you need here. So I'm going to show you this in Windows. So go ahead and download this one. It's quite big, 108 megabytes. So I'm going to pause here. I've already downloaded it. So you go ahead, stop the video, come back when you downloaded this. Okay, so hopefully now you downloaded it, and I got mine up here. So I will install this. I'm gonna and you get this warning here. It doesn't matter, you push OK, and you have the setup here. What do you want to install? Well, the only thing you need is Apache MySQL, PHP, and PHP-MyAdmin. So we can click away all these ones. FileZilla, we're gonna look a little bit later. We're gonna install this separately, so you don't need it now. We push next, and you choose a folder where you want this. I'm gonna put it in this one. Okay, so choose where you want to install XAMPP and remember it. So we'll do next, and it's gonna take a while to install this. So I'm gonna pause the video and come back when we will install this. Okay. All right. So we've installed XAMPP. And they ask you, do you want to start the control panel now? Yeah, let's do this. We choose English, and you get to the control panel here, which is the, well, it's the thing that makes you, well, it starts the Apache and the MySQL, which is important. The other three you don't need it, or we don't have it installed anyway. So we can start these, but we want to auto start. If we want to have a nice workflow, we want to auto start these two. We don't want to start this every time we do this. So if you go to config up here, you auto start the Apache and the MySQL, and you do save there. And we need to exit this one, and then we need to start it again. So, well, I've downloaded XAMPP in Feeler, and so I go to the XAMPP folder, and you find the control panel right down here. So you go to this one here. And also, if you want a nice workflow, I would put a shortcut somewhere. So you just have to go here every time. So now if you actually need to stop this before you leave this. Otherwise you can get problems when you log out from your computer. At least I've had some problems with that. But anyway, if I push this, you're gonna see it auto starts. Perfect. Okay. So when we've done this, What do we need this for? Well, you now started your server locally here, so it's on right now. And how can I see if it's on or not? Well, now we open a web page and you push localhost. That's what's reserved for this simulated server. So localhost, and you can do, there's an index file. I'll show you where it is, and it well, we get redirected to this one here. We also have the MySQL. Where do we find this? Well, we find this in PHP myadmin, which is important. You have this one right here. You see your databases right here. We're going to create one later, and we're going to put some values to it, and we're going to get some values from the database. So you have this one here. I would also bookmark this one, localhost slash PHP myadmin to somewhere. You see I got it right here. So that's my my bookmark for it, so you can easily go to your database if you need to, just for a good workflow. Okay, so now we're gonna look at well, I'm also gonna tell you, you can, instead of this one, you see what's up here, it's 127001. That's how you also reach this. You reach the same directory or the same place as localhost. You will see this a lot when you program. It's either this or localhost, just to remind you or let you know. But we use localhost. Anyway, so where do we find localhost? Well, if you have localhost right here, or 127001, where will you go here? Well, if you look at your folder again, we had XAMPP here. We go to XAMPP and you go to htdocs. Everything inside here, if we place a file here, a PHP file, let's do test here, for example, and we can create it with the just with a text file like this, or actually it's going to complain because it's a text file now. Let's see if I can change. Oh well, let's do this instead. What I'm gonna use, you can use a text editor just like this, just a text editor, but it's not a good way when you code. So what you need is an editor which is more suitable for programming. You can choose whatever, but I'm using Notepad++, which is, well, it's perfect for me anyway. I know you know, you can use Sublime or whatever, but this one is the best one for me. I think it's simpler than Sublime, but still you can do a lot with it, or everything you need. So I'm gonna create the PHP file with this one, even though you can use the Notepad. I'm now gonna go to the folder, XAMPP. I got feeler, XAMPP. So this is in my Notepad++. htdocs. This is everything I put in here. I can reach on the window now. So I push a new file. I call this test.php. We don't have anything here now. If we look here, you see that I have test right there. And if we do a PHP command, we do the brackets there, so you know, you need well, we know it's a PHP code here, and we do echo. So this is simple, echo hello. So you need to learn about the, if you haven't learned about the commands in PHP, you need to read up on it. So if I do this, Now we got this in the test file, and I go to localhost and I write test PHP there. You will see hello. All right, so what we created is a file, and if we have localhost, we are going to the htdocs. You see here what file it is, and to get a good workflow as well, you see I got a, if I want to, if I create a file and it's a long thing here, you want to reach it fast. What I do is I right click on this and I go to the full path, let's do it again, full file path to clipboard. Then I copy paste, I paste it right here, but I don't want C filer XAMPP htdocs. I just need to write localhost here and we will reach this file hello. So for a good workflow, that is good. Right click on the file and copy the full path and then just remove what you don't want. All right, so that's how you create your first file in here. I will, in the next part, I will create the database, MySQL, the connection to it right here, how you connect to this database, and then well, we'll see how much how far we will get in that one, but that's the next one. All right, see you later.